Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here, and you are very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Oh, okay, just a little hug, but that's all you're getting. So welcome to the first episode of a new series about movie plot holes. And today I'll be discussing probably one of the biggest movie plot holes from Superman the movie. Now, you know me, guys. You know me by now, right? You know I love Superman the movie. Without Superman the movie, I don't wear this. I don't become obsessed with Superman, Smallville, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. None of that happens. So I come from a place of love before you start commenting down below. But I want to talk about this. So, in Superman the movie, Lois Lane dies. It's a shocking, compelling moment. We're talking about 1978 here, where they just used to make straight down the arrow films, right? There was no really big twists or anything like that. They were wonderful movies, but, you know, they weren't really looking to shock the audience or anything. And I think we all kind of were shocked at the time. And then Christopher Reeve delivers this amazing performance where he just flies to the sky screaming and crying because he's going to go back in time. And that's the plot hole for me. He can hear Jor-El's echoes from the past, Jonathan Kent's echoes from the past. You are forbidden to interfere in human history. You know, we all remember that bit. So but literally, right, he flies round the earth, right? He flies round the earth and he turns time backwards. So before Lois Lane dies in the earthquake, there's, Lex Luthor has shot out these missiles and all of that. It's brilliant stuff, especially for the time they made this film. It looks amazing. Favourite moment when Superman is flying to try and catch the rocket. I still think that effect, the way he flies, the rocket and everything, still, in modern day terms, still looks amazing. If I made a Superman movie now, I would do a little bit of CGI and look at how Donner did that, because the flying, the style of the flying, still looks freaking amazing. Anyway, we're talking about this plot hole. So he goes back in time. So he goes back to before the earthquake, before Luthor shoots out the missiles, right? And Lois Lane is in a car with no petrol going, come on! And she's alive. He saved the day. But can I ask a question? Please, sir, can I ask a question? If he's gone back in time to before that moment, surely that moment is still going to happen, right? So why don't we see him do the whole thing again? Why don't we see him take Lois somewhere, right? And then save the day, right? Because it's like what Tom Mankiewicz is trying to say, who wrote this whole movie, right? And Tom wrote a brilliant movie. His rewrite saved this movie, for crying out loud. Great guy, and him and Dick Donner would have written an awesome Superman 2, 3 and 4 because they both said they had great ideas, especially for a Superman 4. But alas, that's what might have been. So I don't understand, as I say. So you've gone back in time. Are you trying to say by going back in time, you've stopped the whole thing? Because if he went back in time, right, and quickly stops Luthor from kind of stealing the missiles and the detonator, right, I can accept that. Then nothing's going to happen. I get that. But he doesn't do that. He goes back in time, has a nice little sweet chat with Lois, and that's it. He sees the warden, he dumps Lex and Otis, and that's the end of the film. And even as a kid, I didn't get that. Now, Tom Mankiewicz admits, like, the science of going back in time just wouldn't work. The whole planet would implode. And credit to Mank for saying that. He's no longer with us. Great guy, by the way. Seemed like a really top chap as well. But still, it's not just about that. The point is, you've gone back in time to before a situation. And I think that's always confused me. That's the big... I don't think that the film has any other plot holes. I mean, if you've found any, please let me know. But for me, to go back in time, unless he hasn't, but he has. He's gone back in time. He's turning the world backwards on its axis, right? He's gone back in time to before that incident. So that incident, in terms of space-time, still has to happen, right? I'm a big studier of time travel and, these great scientists who have written about time travel. I've read up about this, right? So I've studied it. It don't mean I particularly know anything about time travel because we don't even know it's possible, even though I believe, even though people say it's not possible, I believe that it is. I believe we can move backwards and forwards, but we need the technology, obviously. But yeah, so he's gone back in time to before this moment. So that still has to happen, but we don't see it happen. Everything's all right. He's literally solved the problem by going back in time. But how? That doesn't even make sense. Can you explain this to me, please? Because I love this movie. This isn't me digging away at this movie, but I just want it explained to me. I just want someone to tell me how he goes back in time to before this disaster happened, and everything's just all right. Am I the only one that has a problem with this? Please comment down below. Please let me know what you think. How did Superman go back in time and the whole earthquake and the missiles hitting didn't happen? Why is there no problem anymore Why is there no problem anymore now he's gone back in time? That's what I want you to tell me in the comments down below. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.